My name is Åse Brekke Roe. I'm 28 years old, and the reason I'm here is because my big passion in life is car painting. I love painting cars. I've been working as a car painter for the last, I think it's 12 years now. Yeah, 12 years. And the last 6 months I have been working as a district manager for BASF, and they have Glasurit, and Glasurit is a paint product. So I also have this, there is no failure, you either win or you learn, because I try to live by that every day. Because I think it's really important to, I'm very afraid, I've always been afraid of failure and doing wrong. And that's kind of a girl thing, I think, that everybody's quite afraid of that. But I always try to, as I said, live by, if I do something wrong, I always learn. And that's very important. And the main reason I chose to be a car painter was because my mother got a boyfriend, and he is still my stepfather 15 years later, and he was a car painter. And I'm also from a small town called Bø, if you have ever heard of it. Yeah. So that's where I'm from. It's 2.5 hours from Oslo. And in Bø, we have always been, like, either you're a child or grown or a girl or boy, it's cars and ATVs and motorbikes and everything that's had something with an engine, actually. So I've always liked cars, but I'm not interested in the mechanical part. I just think cars are nice, they're shiny, and they have a lot of colors. So after my stepfather came in, and he showed me some things in the car painting world, so I got to try it. Once I tried it, it was amazing. But I actually wanted to be a lawyer. That was my goal in life, was to be a lawyer, but I turned around. So in 9th grade, when you have this thing in school where you get to try a trade, you have a few days where you have to work so you can decide what kind of trade you would like to try out. I chose a paint shop. So my teachers that have always heard that I wanted to be a lawyer, they were shook, because that was quite a U-turn for me. So when I chose that, so my first introduction and meeting with a paint shop, it's quite funny because nobody believes me. But one of the painter showed me how to prep a bumper before paint. So maybe 15-20 minutes in, I fainted and hit my head in a concrete floor. So that was my first meeting. And as you can see on the photo, 6 years later, I became the first female to win the national competition in car painting. And I'm very proud of that. So, thank you. And let's be honest, nobody thought that I would do that when I said hello to the concrete floor. So that was the start of my way in the trade. And after that, I really like competing. It was awful when I first did it, but after it gave me like this motivation, and my interest became so much stronger. And the year after I won the nationals, I competed in World Skills in Brazil, and I became 5th. And then I cried because I was so sad, because I wanted to win. But now looking back, I am so grateful to even participate in that. So it was really, really fun. And a few years later, I wanted to start my own workshop. So I did. So the photo, the upper photo there, and down there, it is my own workshop. I still have it. It's very, very small.
Very
and
nice.
Yeah, thank you. Drew has visited me, and it's very small. It's just me, and of course my stepfather, he is allowed to work for free. So I do not pay him, but he helps me a lot. And I still, as I said, I still have my workshop. I work now for Glasurit, and that's actually my shirt. And I said in my job interview with BASF and Glasurit that I am no salesperson. But I think what better reason to try to sell that paintwork is to, what is it called? I chose to use Glasurit myself when I started my own workshop. And I think that speaks for itself, for how good of a product that is. And also one of the reasons, as you can see on the picture up there, I have the Glasurit mark. That was when I competed in Brazil in World Skills. They are sponsoring that kind of championship, and for me that is really, really important, because that shows that they are interested in getting younger people and motivated them. So that's really good. And after I have competed a lot, I have actually been invited to a lot of conferences. So my first conference that I got invited to was in Italy, actually. It was IBIS Global Summit. I don't know if any one of you have heard of it. I haven't before I got invited, to be honest, but it's really big. And the reason I was invited there was to talk about how we can get younger people in the trade and in the industry, and how to keep them here, because it's no secret that a lot of young people came into the trade, but they also leave. They are here for maybe like 4 or 5 years, and then they leave, and that's a problem. And I think all the industry are now feeling it, because we have not maybe taken care of them as good as we should. I don't know. That's something to discuss, I think. And on my first conference, as I said, I talked about how I would like to open my own workshop someday. And a few years later, I got invited back, and that was in Monaco, and that was last year. And I talked about how it's been. I am now actually going to put my little business down because it wasn't for me, but I have tried it and I'm very happy about it. But I still have like the spray booth and everything, so I will still paint cars, because that's what I said, it's my big passion in life. So I really love that. And what I feel I should have that, what I feel I do for the automotive industry, is that I now, after being competing myself, I am now the expert. So these days I'm actually training a girl to compete in Euroskills in car painting. And these photos are from the Norwegian, or the nationals as we call it, in every trade. So I have been working on that as well, and was managing all of it. So it was with others, of course. I did not do it alone. I was just a small brick in it, but I had like the main responsibility on the car painting trade. And I feel like if I do that, it can inspire others, because I saw all these students. It was in Kristiansand, and it was all these young students from, like, what is it, primary school? Is it that what it's called? I don't know, like when you have like the age from 6 to 12, yeah. They were there, and they thought it was so nice to see. And I have to say myself that I think it looks quite professional. Like Bilfag had the best stand on the entire national competition there. I'm really proud of it. And I'm also in, I have no clue what it's called in English, but it's like the panel that decides if you get the certificate of apprenticeship. If you get, you fail or you pass. Is that the same thing? Pass? Fail? No? Oh, yeah. You understand what I mean? And
I fail a lot.
yeah, you learn a lot. Yeah, and I'm on the panel of that, and I'm quite proud. Actually, I had to fail a few students, and one of the students, of course, was very sad, and that's like the worst part of that job. But I kind of do it for the trade, because I don't think I want more women, but I don't care if you are a girl or a guy or whatever. I want you to be good. So if you don't have the knowledge that you need to pass, I will fail you. And I did, and one of them actually was very sad, of course, but got the motivation to do it better. So I always tell them that you have the possibility to do better. You should not quit. You should try to learn more, because when I fail them, I always tell them why and what they can do to actually pass the next time, because I think that's very important to inspire them as well, because everybody fail sometimes. Everybody does. That's life. So that student did it extremely well the second time. So that's very good. And that's kind of like the reason I do it, because that shows that this person had the interest, but they just needed a little kick in the ass, to be honest, to get more knowledge. But also I blame the workshops. I don't always blame the students. I blame the workshop, because they didn't get the learning they needed. They have the responsibility to teach them what they need. But it worked well. And another student that I failed did not do it again. So the student got another job, and I think that's good. I don't need you in the industry. If you're not interested, you could leave and do something else, to be honest. So, as I said, 6 months ago, I got a job offer from Glasurit. I would not talk so much about the paint and stuff like that. I just need to speak a little bit about why I chose to take the job. Because car painting is my passion. So with this job, I don't paint every day, but I am a lot of out in the different kind of workshop as well. So I can see a lot, and I think that's very, very fun. And one of the reasons I chose to say yes to the job was, as I said, they actually motivate and inspire young people to go into the industry. And Glasurit is very eco-friendly, as you can say. We try to also do the most eco-friendly thing for, of course, the environment, but also for the industry and the businesses, because it's no secret. If the body shops does well, we does well as well. So we want them to succeed. We want them to do good, and we want them to have the best product. So as you can see, there's just some of the things that we have this new 100 line that we are coming out with and converting a lot of businesses. I actually have a new customer here, a new in Oslo, so that's very funny. And that was one of the things that we are working for the environment, and we have a good product that is efficient. So as you can see, I just took some few points, and it's the new 100 line is very good for saving energy, and that's one of the eco-friendly thing. So that's actually what I had to say. I don't know if you have any questions, if you got some time. Nothing? Okay. Thank you for listening.